All right, really excited to bring you Harbour Town Golf Links, the home of the RBC Heritage on the PGA Tour. Just happened a couple weeks ago before I'm posting this, maybe a month ago. If you haven't seen this channel, we're doing GSPro on a crappy Dell PC and the Garmin Approach R10 as our launch monitor. We are playing the white tees at the RBC. I top the first drive and barely get it out there, and now we got 187 left. Playing a fade in there and just a little long, so we're chipping for our lives on the first. And coming up short. Bogey on the first. It does get better and then it gets worse, so stay tuned on this one. I've rarely had such Jekyll and Hyde type moments here. Alright, the first par 5 of the day, we throw it out to the right hand rough, then trying to hit some sort of a fade around these trees, and we kind of do what we were trying to do there. The flight line was pretty good. Chipping the third up close, about 30 yards. Wanted to run it up to the hole and just make it into the gimme circle, and we get a birdie and we're back to even, going to 3. Hilton Head, South Carolina would be awesome, but this swing was terrible. Left the face wide open and found the creek about 900 yards to the right. Have to try and hit it back through the trees, so I clicked between those two straight in front and just said, gotta hit it straight. And that might be the best shot of my life. It's the third on the hole since we dropped 2, hit 3. We're on the green though and just survive with a bogey. This is a tough hole, tough pin location, par 3, 162. And you cannot draw it up any better than that. Going for the pin with it tucked away by the water, and we are back to even. Pulled across that drive a little bit, but we have some room over there, and we stay out of the bunker, hitting 228, trying to get it there on a par 5, the 5th hole here. If it gets a big bounce, it comes up just short of the automatic birdie. Chipping into the gimme circle, and it gives it to us, and that is another birdie on the 5th. We're -1 going to 6. Pretty smooth drive there, but everything's left, and we are in these bunkers with trees, which will come back to haunt me later. 132 left though, and this thing never leaves the flag and settles in there for another birdie. We're at -2 going to 7. This one was trying to fade back, but kind of hung up and was a little short, but that's an automatic par. And we'll go to 8 at -2. Everything so far feeling good, being good. This one's left, but we clear the tree line and just bounce a little bit in the rough, leaving 160 left. Try and hold something under this tree. Pulled quite a bit and we're lucky that it does not bounce straight left off that hill. And we get to have an opportunity to chip our third. We get an amazing bounce off the hill. Of course, I meant to do that. And we par that one. So short par 4, we get rewarded with 288. And this one's headed right away. It's amazing on video. I can always tell that my shoulders leave so early, and then there's nothing that can be done. You're swinging outside in, and it's going right. 60 yards left, pulled right away, and long. Lucky for us, it gets into the rough, so we can try to chip it back in for a par. And we do just that. So we end the front 9 at -2. We are feeling great. We start off the back 9 with a piped drive right down the center. .146 to the pin, tucked way back. And this thing comes up short, automatic 3-putt, and that is the sign to come on the back 9. We bogey, we're at -1, still no harm, no foul, but first thing we do after that is pull it left, and near this tree, I decide let's just hit it out and see what happens. Somehow miss a lot of that, but end up in the bunker again. Trying to chip it out of there, and this one thankfully holds up in the circle and we get a par, but scrambling all around that hole. Back on track with the driver a little bit, and keeping it in the fairway at least, giving us a chance to shoot something into this par 4, 12th. 128 remaining. This will be a 9-iron. It looked left from the swing, and it ends up being left and short and in the rough. So not a good swing there. A good save though on 12 and a par, and we're still -1. So scrambling around but playing okay. Here's where things start to go wrong. We hit it right into this jungle in the bunker on 13, and I thought I was aimed enough to the right, but I hit it left, went straight into the tree in front of me, bounced straight back where I was in kind of like shock for a second, then had to hit out. So we're hitting our third now. Then still have a 90-yard shot over this chasm of a bunker, and not surprisingly I go long, not wanting to be in the bunker, but now I'm short side chipping our 5th, and it could go in but does not, so that's 6, and we immediately hit a double bogey. Another tough pin location on a par 3, 140. That swing looked okay, and that would be acceptable any day of the week. So we're thinking, look, a couple holes left, we can finish this okay, +1. Confidence still high, drive the ball good. Par 5 upcoming. Anytime I see like 290, I just try and hit one like 190. So this is a 4-iron or a 5-iron, and I go left, and thankfully it was 174, and so I'm hitting in. I'm thinking I gotta hit a draw. I close the face, ram it straight into the tree, and water. So then we go 120 again, but now no tree in the way. I go left again and almost go in the water again. So the swings are kind of falling apart here. We are hitting our 6th into the par 5. And Mercy lets us get into the circle and remain at a double bogey, going to +3. Just trying to not be in the bunker, and we succeed at that. 100 yards remaining, should be right up our alley, but it's left, it's short, and it's in the bunker again. So just a bad swing and contact all around. Then we gotta hit a 20-yard bunker shot, and this does stay in, and we get one reprieve of a par going to the 17th here at Harbour Town. Ocean in front of us, 160. I liked this one right off the club, and 6 inches to the right, and it's probably a birdie, but instead the back nine's going this way, and we chip it up on the hill and then skull it across the green. And you could tell by my reaction, I did not like that contact, and so we double bogey 17 unnecessarily. And now we got to go to the 18th, where the pros don't ever get this birdie unless you're Jordan Spieth. And we get a good drive, and so I'm thinking 190, I got this. But as the caption says, over the top heel pull straight into the out of bounds reeds, and we're forced to redo the shot, which is brutal. Luckily, this one comes off the middle of the club and just barely gets there at 179. Another double. We end at +7. It's a 71 course. Look at the difference between the front and back nine. And man, what a difficult course with trees in bunkers and tons of water. Make sure you're playing this one, and we'll see you next time.